Microsoft is unveiling new AI.
Do you remember a time when digital assistants like Siri and Alexa were impressive? Just think if they could understand you even better and predict what you need before you ask. Back in 2017, right before Microsoft teamed up with a small startup called OpenAI, Bill Gates sent a surprise memo to CEO Satya Nadella and a few top executives. Gates talked about a future where AI agents would completely change how we use technology. These new digital helpers would be way more advanced than anything we've seen before, almost like having an all-knowing personal assistant. Gates wrote that these agents wouldn't just improve our interactions with computers, they would transform the entire software industry, just like how clicking on icons changed computing forever. At the time, many thought Gates' ideas were too futuristic. After all, Microsoft had a history of failed attempts with digital assistants like Clippy and the controversial chatbot Tay. But could this new vision of AI really turn things around for Microsoft? Today, it's obvious that Gates' memo predicted Copilot, an AI tool that has boosted Microsoft's success. Copilot, which uses OpenAI's GPT language model, was introduced last year in Microsoft products. It helps users with tasks like making presentations and summarizing meetings. It was mentioned by an executive that Copilot is exactly like what Gates described in his memo. Since 2021, Bill Gates has mostly stayed out of the public eye at Microsoft, following reports of inappropriate behavior with female employees. But as a business insider has found out, Gates has been secretly driving Microsoft AI's revolution from the background. Current and former executives say Gates is still very involved in the company. He advises on strategy, checks products, hires top executives, and maintains Microsoft's key relationship with Sam Altman, the co-founder and CEO of OpenAI. Microsoft is familiar with AI thanks to its partnership with OpenAI, creators of ChatGPT, and the quick introduction of Microsoft Copilot AI in Windows 11. Now Microsoft is focusing on its game division, according to a report from The Verge. Microsoft's Xbot AI chatbot will be embodied by an animated character, assisting users with issues related to the Xbox platform and its services. The service can also help with customer inquiries like refunds. Microsoft confirmed the Xbox chatbot's existence directly to the publication. The aim is to support inputs through both voice and text, as mentioned by Heian Zhang, General Manager of Gaming AI at Xbox, in a statement to The Verge. They are testing an Xbox support virtual agent, an internal prototype of an animated character that can query Xbox support topics with voice or text. The prototype makes it easier and quicker for players to get help with support topics using natural language, taking information from existing Xbox support pages. Using chatbots for customer service is nothing new, but integrating an LLM, like a ChatGPT-like solution, could help Microsoft deploy AI across all its products and services, including game development. Microsoft also plans to introduce AI tools for asset generation in its developer and platform toolkit. So while the Microsoft Xbox AI chatbot might soon assist users with solving problems and errors, there might also be a future where Xbox uses AI asset generation in upcoming games like Halo, Gears of War, or Forza. There is no current release date for the Microsoft Xbox AI chatbot, but don't be surprised if it becomes available on your Xbox console soon. Microsoft's Copilot AI was unannounced in May 2023 and has since become mandatory for all new Windows 11 devices as of January 2024. In early 2023, when Microsoft introduced a new version of its Bing search engine powered by ChatGPT technology, it was said that Gates played a critical role in starting this plan. Although Satya Nadella is the public face of Microsoft's AI success, Gates has been the hidden force behind it all. "What you read isn't what's really happening," was said by another Microsoft executive. It was explained that Satya Nadella and the senior leadership team rely heavily on Bill Gates. His opinion is asked for every major decision. When Nadella took over from Steve Ballmer about 10 years ago, Microsoft was seen as outdated in the tech world it once led. Peter Thiel had criticized the company for not innovating, so Nadella, who had been with Microsoft since 1992, asked Gates for help. On Nadella's first day as CEO, he requested Gates to spend 30% of his time as a technical advisor, partly to inspire the team. Nadella mentioned to Wire that whenever he asks staff to present something to Gates, they always prepare thoroughly. In 2020, Bill Gates left his role as chair of Microsoft's board. Satya Nadella praised him greatly. It was said by Nadella that Microsoft would keep gaining from Gates' continued technical passion and advice to push their products and services forward. But a year later, in 2021, Nadella's public support for Gates seemed to change. Gates and his wife, Melinda, were getting divorced, and the Wall Street Journal reported that Gates had been forced to leave the board because of an affair with an employee. As stories about Gates' misconduct spread, his clean image, carefully managed by his PR team, started to fall apart. Several female employees shared that Gates had asked them out. His connections with Jeffrey Epstein, including flying on Epstein's private jet, were also questioned again. Suddenly, Gates, who had been Nadella's mentor, became a big problem for him and Microsoft, leading them to quickly distance themselves from Gates. In 2021, Nadella said that Microsoft in 2021 is very different from Microsoft in 2000. He explained that power in the workplace should never be misused. He also added that the company's most important duty is creating a culture where everyone can do meaningful work. Despite the public issues, Nadella quietly kept Gates involved in important work, Business Insider has found. Instead of cutting ties with Gates, Nadella continued to seek his advice and expertise. Gates remained a key part of Microsoft's push to lead in AI. It's often said that Microsoft's partnership with OpenAI was set up by Kevin Scott, the Chief Technology Officer. Scott had known Sam Altman for years, and in the summer of 2018, he organised a meeting between Altman and Nadella. By the end of that year, they worked out the first deal, and that started their collaboration. What's often missed in the story about Microsoft's partnership with OpenAI is that Gates had been meeting with OpenAI regularly since 2016. Since he wrote The Road Ahead in 1995, Gates had envisioned a future where people could use software with a personality that could talk to, much like a human assistant. Under his leadership, Microsoft had tried creating early versions of these digital assistants, like Rover the cartoon dog in Windows 95, and Clippy the paperclip, which were often mocked. Now, OpenAI seemed to offer Microsoft a real chance to create the AI future Gates had imagined. After Microsoft and OpenAI formed their partnership, OpenAI's leaders often gave presentations at Gates' mansion in Washington, updating him on important milestones and challenges. It was actually Gates who played a key role in bringing OpenAI and Microsoft together. In mid-2022, 2 years after he left the board, he challenged Altman and OpenAI to make a model that could pass an advanced placement biology exam. Gates didn't think it was possible. Altman and OpenAI showcased GPT-4 for the first time outside the company at Gates' house in August 2022 during a dinner, with Nadella among the guests. When the model passed the test with flying colours, Gates was amazed, saying it was the most stunning demo I've ever seen in my life. The demo impressed Gates so much that he wrote another memo, which a former executive called The Memo, detailing how Microsoft should utilise GPT-4. Gates emphasised that his large language model, trained on the entire internet, could bring in the age of personal assistants. Today, Gates still stays in touch with Altman, who visits his home a few times annually, and OpenAI asks for his advice on new developments. A person familiar with their relationship describes it as close. Sam and Bill are good pals. OpenAI values his opinion and advice a lot. OpenAI spokesperson Kayla Wood confirms that OpenAI still meets with Gates. Last autumn, Nadella and Microsoft rushed to calm things down after Altman was suddenly removed for OpenAI's board. Frank Shaw, a spokesperson for Microsoft, told that if Gates was talking with Altman, it wasn't on behalf of the company. Bill is no longer at Microsoft and isn't involved here, Shaw told BI back then. During the 5-day chaos that followed, Gates, who had experienced his own removal, contacted Altman to offer support as he negotiated a return to leading OpenAI. Today, insiders say Gates' influence at Microsoft goes well beyond OpenAI. So share your thoughts on this with us in the comments below, and also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time, see you later.